What's up everybody, John from Old Reading Farm here. Thanks for joining us. In today's video, we got a couple things on the docket, sort of an announcement coming up shortly, but first we're gonna go through and build some roosts for our peacocks here. So to those of you who are new here, this is our peacock aviary. See, we got a nice tall ceiling. We got our house, which is up on a tree stump. So that's about 6 feet in the air. And I've noticed that they really like to nest up on the door, and you know, we sort of needed to get this together sooner rather than later, and now it's time to do some finishing touches on it. One of those finishing touches is going to be some roosts. So the whole reason why we put this house up on a tree is because we heard that peacocks like to be up as high as possible. So I'm either going to take a tree trunk and stick it in there and then put some roosts sticking off of it, or maybe I'll do something similar to this. Either way, I'm going to try to put it up as high as possible. Let's go up there and take a look. This is my little ladder for getting up here. Also, everybody's in here right now, so I'm going to cause quite a stir. I'm just going to kind of go in here. So there's our peacocks. Well, one peacock and two peahens. So anyway, inside our peacock establishment. So I think maybe what I'll do, see, because I don't know if we want to maybe take something and have it go from like here to here in sort of a diagonal manner, or if we want to just have something leaning up here like that ladder. That'll probably be better and maybe a little easier to make. Kat was talking about getting some more peacocks, so I'll plan on making it a little bit bigger rather than smaller, although maybe I want to just go from end to end. So this is an 8-foot square building, so it'd be a little long to do an 8-foot across, but maybe that's what I should do. So if we just do one bar from here over to here, that should be good, right? I think so. And then I can just do, you know, on the studs here, I can do a couple supporting members. That's what I'll do. All right, so step one is going to be finding an 8-foot length. And yeah, I think that'll actually be perfect. Okay. So I'm going to find an 8-foot length of something that's light enough that I can put it up there. Maybe I even have some just wood. I'm going to go take a look and I will be right back. Alright, so sometimes simpler is better. So this is just like a mock-up of where this is going to go. And that's also a 2x3. I think I'm going to use this 2x4 to give them just some more foot space. But that should be perfect. So it's something like 4 feet off the ground. You know, again, it doesn't need to be perfect. But so I think what you want is you want it to be high enough so that the male's train can hang down without touching the ground. So it's 4 or 5 feet off the ground. There's plenty of head space, so I think this will be good. So I'm going to cut the 2x4 to the right size, stick that up there, and then use the 2x3 to give it some extra support, just to make sure it doesn't fall down. Let's get to it. right, so sometimes the best answer to the question is the simplest solution. So I was going to come in here and make something super fancy. This is just basically a bar made out of 2x4. How about that? And so I just have these here, so I have screws coming in from the studs to hold this, and then I also have these screwed into the studs to give that some more support, and then I just added this little bar thing in the middle and just kind of fudged the angle to see what would work. And so now that is a structural piece of this pea house, and now they have a nice little roost in their house. So, you know, on days like today when it's really snowy, they can come in here and chill and hang out on their roosting bar and stay nice and dry. All right, so that was easier than I thought. So now let me take you over to another spot where we have something exciting to share with you. Let's get going. Just see if we can get some footage of the peafowl. So there's Gary. Yeah, not big fans of the snow. Anyway, all right, here we go. There goes Gary, showing off his feathers. Oh, and he put them away. Unfortunately for Gary, his feathers are not very long, so he ends up just kind of looking like a turkey. But that's okay. All right, so we are here. I'm standing here behind Chicken Village. So our house is up there. And what we are gonna do right here is something that we've been talking about doing for a while. So this is an area that we have here. It's probably 30 feet by 100 feet, something like that. So we are going to do our absolute best to fill this with, can you guess? 10 points to whoever guesses it. Emus! Woo! So last year we had a roller coaster journey with emus. We put 11 eggs in our big incubator. The first 5 that we put in did not hatch and did not seem to be fertile, but it looked like it ended up being, you know, maybe there was a cold snap and you know, killed the fertility or the viability of the eggs. Anyway, 5 out of the other 6 eggs hatched. We ended up with 5 baby emus, but we just weren't able to build a house for them in time, and so we ended up rehoming them, figuring that we'd be able to get eggs from the same place we got them last year. Turns out that is not the case, which is pretty sad. But we were able to find some other people who have emu eggs, and we have, I think, maybe 6 or 9 on order. Even though emu eggs are really expensive, we found that it's better to get more, just, you know, because we want to breed emus eventually. So we want to have good genetic diversity, and, you know, we want to make sure that we have enough chances to make it happen. Because last year it was about a 50% hatch rate, and that's with eggs that weren't shipped. This year we're having eggs shipped, so, you know, I think if we get a 50% hatch rate, we'd be very happy with that. But anyway, so this is the area that they're gonna go in. This is right behind our chicken village. You can see this stone wall right here. Our basically access road to the north of our property is right behind that. So this will be a nice area for them. You can see we have a ton of deadfall down here. So over the next couple weeks, we're gonna be cleaning this up, and we are going to take out several trees here. So this cherry tree, I think it's this one right here, is dead, bigly. Yeah, so you can see all the horns up there. That tree is just dead. And if it comes down, it's gonna kill something or, you know, smash the chicken village. So we have 2 of those dead cherry trees. For whatever reason, they don't seem to do well on our property. And then we have this big maple right here that's gonna stay, as well as this big oak. Just because they're so big, you know, we don't want to risk anything. But I also want to make sure that we give them plenty of space to run. So one of the other things we're going to be doing is cleaning up this whole area. We'll buck down the stumps. I think I'm going to come in here with the backhoe and just clean it up a little. So my other camera died, so I'm going to film it on this. And I'm not sure where it left off. But anyway, so we're going to take down some of these trees, and then you can see it's sort of bumpy. So I'm going to come in here with the backhoe, and I'm not sure if we'll take out these stumps, but we want to give them a nice flat ground because emus need to run. And so we want to make sure we give them plenty of space to be able to run without tripping and breaking legs or anything like that. So it's going to require some work back here. You know, maybe we'll even bring some fill in to see if we can just level it out a little bit. There's a ton of rocks and stuff. So we want to make sure we get all of that out of here, just to make sure we make it as safe as possible for the emus. But we are very excited. We were really looking forward to having emus last year, but we're looking forward to having them again. So that should just about do it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. We really appreciate it. Please give this video a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, and as always, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.